Many of us are living from paycheck to paycheck. In fact, the paycheck is inadequate to cover some of our basic necessities. Some of us are unemployed. And as a result, you may end up, you may find yourself in a compromising position. And you end up doing things that are contrary to the Word of God. Some of us, we have our own businesses. We're struggling to pay employees and other expenses. Some of us rely on our customs form. We pay less in duties. However, the Word of God tells us to render unto Caesar that is due unto Caesar. Do not compromise your faith. Please do not compromise your faith. Due to financial struggles, it's tempting not to pay your tithes. I know I've done it, when I first became a Christian, and perhaps many others, have done it as well. However, this is the way of robbing God, as stated in Malachi 3:8. Furthermore, it is God who allows us to make the money. So why should we not pay at least 10% back to God? Do not compromise your faith by stealing money from others. Some of us are in a position whereby we have access to other people's funds. However, these monies are not ours. Do not steal. The easiest and simplest thing to do is to ask the relevant individual authority to borrow the funds. Do not steal, as the truth always comes out, no matter how long it takes. The longer you steal without getting caught, the higher the amount will be, and you will not be in a position to pay back. And consequently, you suffer loss in job, a delay in getting a new job, and a complete embarrassment. Do not compromise your faith by gambling, playing numbers, or lottery. These schemes involve luck and chance, which are totally contrary to our belief in God, which is centered on faith. Furthermore, this can become very addictive, and soon you'll be gambling all of your money away, which in turn will create family issues in the long run, as you'll not have any money to maintain your family. The only people who will gain will be the lottery owners. Do not compromise your faith by worrying. It is so easy to worry and become depressed when you do not have any money. But worrying will not resolve your financial issues. Worrying will cause you to become depressed, and then you may end up having sleepless nights, wondering where you will get your next dollar from to pay your bills. Worrying will create health issues, and so you may find yourself in a position that you cannot work any longer due to the health issues. Is this what you want? Then what should you do? We have to reach a point in our lives whereby we have to be at peace no matter what situation you may be in. Because worrying about the situation will not help you. Creating a financial solution, you need to create a financial solution and come to realization that worrying is a waste of time. Have faith in God. However, faith without works is dead, and so we need to develop a plan of action for financial recovery. Luke 14:28 states, "For which of you, desiring to build a tower, does not first sit down and count the cost, whether he has enough to complete it?" Your plan of action can comprise, some of the following initiatives. 1, document the state of your current financial condition. Document your income, your expenses and assets, and your liabilities. You may want to consider selling or leasing some of your assets. You may want to consider renting your home and moving to a smaller place. You may want to consider, putting your children in a public school. You may want to consider having a discussion with your bank to reduce your payments. Discuss your situation with a trusted advisor. The financial struggles you are experiencing are temporary. Life is a journey that has an upward cycle and a downward cycle. During the upward cycle, when things are going so well, do not forget God during this time. Try to save as much as you can. So when the downward cycle hits you, You will have more than enough to pay your expenses. When we find ourselves in down the cycle, we turn to God for help. Remember God at all times, don't just when you're in the down the cycle. The good and the bad, remember Him at all times. The season that you're going through will be phased out soon. Therefore, do not compromise your faith. You have a great future. Do the right thing by sticking to the Word of God.